So let's get it in. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are back working on the 79 Cherokee. And what we have is a electric fan from BJ's Off-Road. I went back and forth whether or not I was actually going to run an electric fan. And it just seemed like the most logical thing to do. So I did get the clutch fan out of the way. One of the main reasons that I'm going with an electric fan setup is that this Holley Terminator system is already wired up to run an electric fan. I don't know if you can read that, but it says fan. So on my little handheld device inside the cab, I just have to punch in what temperature I want my electric fan to come on. Now it does also say in the instructions, do not just wire this up to the fan. You need a relay system. So I got a relay system made for an electric fan. I will be putting that on. So let's see if we can get this electric fan mocked up in here. Before I put this fan in, I'm going to be tightening up the bolts on the fan. These are just 7/16. So the electric fan and fan shroud comes with these tiny little Allen bolts that screw in just like this. So this BJ's Off-Road radiator will work perfectly with BJ's Off-Road electric fan and fan shroud. So let's get it in. So I got two bolts in at the bottom. I'm gonna take this one out on the top. I'm gonna slide this down in here. Where it rests on those two bolts on the bottom. And that's it. Went on perfect. So this electric fan, it has a ground, it has a low speed wire, and it also has the high. My plan is to run the relay somewhere close to the battery. So I have to run this red wire to the positive terminal here. Like I said, I'll put my terminal somewhere and probably in one of these existing holes that are in my fender right here. I don't know if that'll be its final resting place, just because I still have my air intake to come over here. So of course I don't want to interfere with that. So I may just put, a self tapper somewhere right here just to hold it so it's stationary and not want to fall all around. All right, got the wire cut to length. I'm gonna slide the heat shrink on. Put my terminal connector on. And one thing that I recommend, if y'all don't have a pair of the wire crimpers like this, I would definitely recommend them. I use them almost every day in my shop. So I normally wouldn't hook these up to the positive terminal yet, but this has a fuse inside of this line right here, and there is no fuse inside of it right now. So we're good to go ahead and plug this in, or wire this up, not plug it in. How this relay works is the red wire gets ran to the positive terminal on the battery, then it goes to a fuse, then you plug in the black wire from the relay to the ignition switch, then the gray wire will be running to the sending unit. So this gray wire will be running to the gray wire on the Holley system for the fan. And then the brown gets run to the fan positive. So now we are hooking up the brown wire to the brown wire on the fan itself. This is the positive. This is the positive for this. Got the heat shrink on. So I like these butt connectors that has the waterproof seal around them. I feel like I'm getting double protection. And in order to get it to run on high, you have to hook up the high and the low speed. I totally forgot that. Got everything wired up on the electric fan. This is obviously not how I'm gonna let it ride, but I did put a little wire loom in here just to kind of protect it from anything. Maybe turning this, you know, I may not even be keeping this right here. I may be moving it somewhere along right here to kind of conceal some of these wires. Of course, you know, final product, I'll have everything in wire looms, you know, so it's all nice and neat. But, you know, I did turn the fan around so that the wires are pointing this way. So when I first put it in, the wires were facing on that side and I didn't want to run them over, so I turned the fan around so the wires are coming this way. So I can get a light on for you. Yeah. In order to test this fan, since it's hooked up to the Holley system, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fool the computer into turning it on. So I'm going to turn on my handheld here. Let's see. Tuning system outputs. Alright, hopefully y'all can see that. So what I'm going to try to do, like I said, is fool the computer. Into making the fan come on. How about that? So windy. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I really appreciate y'all watching this little short edit of me getting this electrical fan in. We will check you on the next one.